Novice at lesson plan. Hey, future teachers, welcome back. On exam day, you will have 16 minutes to complete a 3-day novice lesson plan that passes the Lote exam. Most people panic, they freeze, they write something vague like students will practice vocabulary, and they fail. But not you, because at the end of this video, you will have memorized skeleton that works for any novice theme. Family, food, colors, animals, school, clothing, anything. Here's the truth. The novice lesson plan is actually the easiest one of the exam. Why? Because novice students do less. They identify, they label, they list. Single words, no complex sentences, no opinions, no debates. So, if you're ready to walk into the exam with confidence, stay with me. Let's go. I need you to realize that novice means identifying, label, list, match. Point two, repeat and choose. You'll have 16 minutes on the clock and we will use one skeleton, any theme, and you will pass. Let me show you how. Okay, so let's talk about the novice mindset, the most important part. Before we write a single word, you need to understand the novice mindset. This is where most people fail. Ready? Novice can do this. Choose the correct picture, identify family members, label parts of the body, list school supplies, match word to picture, point to la madre, repeat after the teacher. The novice mindset. The novice cannot do this. Describe family relationships, explain how the body works, share opinions about school, form complete sentences, answer por qué, create original sentences, compare two cultures in sentences. Do you see the pattern? Novice is about recognition and reproduction, not about creating analysis. The actions verbs for novice are your secret weapon. Memorize these 7 words: identify, label, list, match, point to, repeat, choose. Write these down. Put them on a sticky note on your computer. If the exam prompt gives you an objective that uses any of these verbs, you're writing a novice lesson plan. The 16-minute timeline. Now let's talk about your 16 minutes. You cannot waste time second guessing yourself. Number 1, read the prompt. Find the theme and the objective. Underline the action verb. 2, pick 10 to 13 vocabulary words. Remember, keep them simple. Nouns only for novice. 3, fill the novice skeleton. And this is the 10 minutes of rapid writing, no overthinking. 4, add your culture connection plus the Venn diagram. This must be done on day 2. Write your assessment. Does it prove the objective? And number 5, proofread. Check for the 5 C's. Fix any intermediate verbs you accidentally wrote. Here's the novice skeleton. I want you to memorize these 12 headers in order. I will say them 3 times. Ready? Day 1, input and guided practice. Concrete objects or video on screen as students enter. The objective and the success criteria will be posted on the board. Vocabulary presentation. These are the images on the smartboard and the choral response. Repeat after me. Check for understanding. ¿Qué es? Question. Point and answer. Number 5, guided practice. This is the matching or the fill in the blank worksheet, 10 to 15 minutes. 6, communicative practice. This is the guessing game or single interview, one word answers. On day 2, this is the culture and comparison. 1, culture comparison. This is where there's a painting, a video clip, or a song from the target culture. 2, the Venn diagram. This is when we compare the target culture to the student's own culture. We use pictures, not sentences. 3, differentiation. This is when we use word banks for support and we use the help of heritage speakers to share their own personal experiences. We have day 3, the output and assessment. 1, we have the final project. They can create a poster or a PowerPoint presentation with labeled items connecting to the theme. It could be the family tree, the food play, whatever. 2, peer task. 2 to 3 simple sentences about a classmate's project while the other kids are presenting their presentations. And 3, formal assessment. This is when the teacher is going to use a rubric focusing on the correct identification connected to the objective, which is the most part of the lesson plan. Your formal assessment always has to connect to the objective. Walk through the field novice plan. For example, the theme today, Mi Familia. Our objective from the exam prompt, students will identify their family members. Watch how I feel every single header. Okay, what you write. We have the hook. This is what you will write. As students enter, they see a large family tree poster on the wall with photos of a family that's famous. For example, The Simpsons or The Modern Family. Pairs share for 2 minutes. Who do they see? Who do you see? The objective. The test will give you the objective. Students will identify their family members. Success criteria. Students will show what they have learned by presenting a labeled family tree poster on day 3. Vocabulary. Mi madre, mi padre, mi hermano, mi hermana. Vocabulary presentation. You will write. Present each word on the smartboard with clear image. Students repeat each word 2 times. This will take roughly 5 minutes. Check for understanding. Point to an image and ask, ¿Quién es la madre? Students point or say the word. Repeat for 5 different images. Guided practice. In pairs, students complete a fill in the blank worksheet while listening to Mi Familia song on YouTube. Communicative practice. Guessing game. One student describes a family member using 1 to 2 words, la madre. Partner points to the correct person on the picture card. Switch roles. Culture connection. Show the painting Las Meninas by Diego Valesquez. Ask simple identification questions. ¿Quién es la niña? ¿Quién es la madre? ¿Quién es el padre? Culture comparison. In groups, students create a simple Venn diagram comparing a Hispanic family from a movie clip to a typical American family. Use pictures, not full sentences. Differentiation. Provide a word bank on the worksheet and also have heritage speakers share what they call their grandparents in Spanish. You know, abuelito, abuelita. Final projects. Students create a poster of a family tree, famous or personal. They must label at least 8 family members with correct Spanish word. Include 1 picture per member. While the students are listening to the presentation, during the presentation, they will write 2 sentences. Simple sentences. For example, la madre es, el padre es. Assessment. This is the informal part. The teacher will circulate and ask questions like ¿Quién es él? During group work. And for the formal assessment, we will use the poster graded with the rubric, correct identification of family members, use vocabulary, neatness, and effort, and that's how it will be graded. Now, do you see what I did there? Every single activity uses the novice verbs. Identify, label, point, point to, match, repeat, choose. No opinions, no descriptions, no why questions. And look at the final project. Label a family tree. If a student can label mi madre under a picture of their mom, they successfully identify their family member. That directly provides the objective. The Lote exam, graders are looking for the 5 C's. But at a novice level, the 5 C's look simpler. Here's exactly where they appear in our lesson plan. Communication. Day 1. Guessing game. Student says, La madre. Partner points to the correct picture. Day 2. Cultures. Las meninas painting. Students identify family members in a famous Spanish painting. Connections. Day 2. Venn diagram. Connect to social studies, family structures in different cultures. Comparisons. Day 2, Venn diagram. Compare a Hispanic family to an American family using pictures. Communities. Day 2, heritage speakers. Heritage speakers share what they call their grandparents, like abuelito and abuelita. Notice something? There is no analyze, no evaluate, no defend. Everything is at the novice level. That is exactly what the graders want. If you include all 5 C's, you automatically score higher. It's that simple. Here are the common mistakes people make on the novice section. Avoid these and you automatically pass. Mistake number 1. Vague assessment. What people write. Exit ticket. What did you learn today? Why is this wrong? Too vague. Doesn't prove identification. How to fix it? Students will label a family members on a family tree diagram. Another mistake, no culture component. What people write. Only vocabulary and worksheets. Why is this wrong? Cultures is one of the 5 C's. You must include it. How can we fix this? You can add a painting, Las Meninas, a Day of the Dead, family altar, or a simple video about a Hispanic family. Avoid these mistakes and you're already ahead of half of the people taking this exam. How to adapt the same skeleton to any theme. Now, watch how fast I can adapt the same skeleton to different themes. This is the power of memorizing the skeleton. Theme, mi familia. Objective, identify family members. Vocabulary, madre, padre, hermano, etc. Cultural, las meninas painting. Final project, label family tree. Assessment, 8 family members labeled. Theme, la comida. Objective, identify different foods. Vocabulary, manzana, pan, agua, etc. Cultural, mercado video from Mexico. Final project, labeled food plate. Assessment, 8 foods labeled correctly. See? Same skeleton, same 12 headers, same novice verbs. Just swap the words. That's it. Food, colors, animals, school supplies, clothing, house parts, weather, days of the week. Any theme works with this skeleton. All right, here's your challenge before the exam. Set a timer for 16 minutes. Use this prompt. Students will identify different school supplies at novice level. Fill in the skeleton we just practiced. Theme, school supplies. Objective, identify vocabulary. You already know el lápiz, el cuaderno, la mochila, el libro, etc. Same skeleton, just swap the words. If you can do that for school supplies, you can do it for any theme they throw at you on the exam day. Download the notes, link in the description below. Novice lesson plan skeleton, you'll have it to be able to print it out, the novice action verbs list, the 5 C's checklist, and the common mistakes to avoid. Remember, you got this. Go practice. I'll see you in the next video.